Welcome back to the Doc's Diagnosis, presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. Yesterday, we looked at Illinois quarterback Tommy DeVito. Today, we'll compare and contrast with Nebraska quarterback Casey Thompson in a very similar situation.
It is, and this is kind of, I look at this as I call this kind of my reason for hope kind of situation, because it shows that Nebraska does have the ability to have Casey run the ball. You don't want him to be the primary ball carrier, but in situations like this, you really do want it. And what you're going to see here, number one, I'm tangenting here. You're going to see horrible play by both offensive tackles. The pocket on here, last time we talked about how yesterday we talked about how Illinois' offensive line created a really good pocket, and it was a defensive back blitzing in, and that's what actually caused the pocket to break down. The pocket breakdown, the thing that triggers Casey having to run the ball, is going to be essentially a complete inability by Nebraska's offensive tackles to stop just a straight ahead up the field rush by Purdue's defensive ends. The other thing you're going to keep an eye on here is the defensive backs are all going to get pulled out by the wide receivers' routes. This guy's going to be covering the running back. This guy's going to be spying on Thompson. So his responsibility as the quarterback, he's got to stay with Casey. And the thing that's interesting is when Thompson does take off and run, he's going to scramble to the short side of the field here, away from the guy who's actually covering him. That does two things. One, well, there's two factors here. One, you're running away from the guy that's covering you. That it really helps make this play work. The other thing is this guy just doesn't have the speed to keep up with Casey once he takes off and runs.
So here it goes. Let's look at that tackle play.
It's not pretty right there. I mean, they almost come in so fast. They almost run themselves out of the play. They get past the tackle so quick.
Oh.
And I mean, we could do the entire diagnosis on that, but fact of the matter is we've already done it. That's nothing. Nobody would be learning anything new that we don't know at this point, unfortunately.
But Casey Thompson does have that mobility and has the capability of running.
He very much does. And when the pocket broke down there, and that's something that I think we're going to want to see more of out of him. Again, you don't want the quarterback to be your primary ball carrier, but in a situation like this where going forward for the rest of the season, anytime you see the pocket even start to break down like that, if Casey doesn't have a guy open immediately to get the ball to, you want him to take off running and either slide or get out of bounds after you get that first down.
That's another Doc's Diagnosis presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. We'll be back tomorrow with another play. We'll take another deep look at the Illinois offense and what the Huskers are going to have to stop coming up on Saturday. Listen, everybody takes a different approach to saving, and Centris Federal Credit Union offers a variety of savings accounts to help you manage your finances and build your nest egg. With multiple options, including certificates, Centris Federal Credit Union gives you the tools you need to plan for the future, save with ease, and reach your financial goals. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.